Hello everyone and welcome to Term 5, Week 5, Session 1 of the Home Learning Maths Resources. As I've already spoken to you in the introductory video, our focus for this week will still be based around fractions. However, we'll be moving away from a half and developing our understanding of a quarter. Today's session will be split up into two parts. The first part of the session I'm going to talk through with you in a moment, and then the second part of the activity I'm going to allow you a little bit of independence to develop your understanding of a quarter for yourself. Today's session is going to be based around being able to identify a quarter within a shape, and I'm going to talk through now with you the first part of the activity. So for the first part of the session, what I need you to do is go and collect some paper, some coloured pens and some scissors from around your house. So pause the video now and collect those resources for me. Okay, so now that you've had a little bit of time to collect those resources from around your house, what I'm going to do is talk through with you the first part of today's session. So with your plain piece of paper or your lined piece of paper, what I want you to do is cut it into strips that are similar to this, and you need 3 of those. Okay, so pause the video now, cut your piece of paper into 3 strips that are similar to this. So now you've got your 3 strips of paper. What I want you to do with the first strip is write onto it the word whole and the fraction 1/1. Now the reason why we write the fraction 1/1 is because we are only concentrating on one whole part. All right. So again, pause the video if you need to, write the word whole and the fraction 1/1. Now with your second strip of paper, what I would like you to do is fold it into 2 equal parts. And when we fold it into 2 equal parts, we have folded our strip of paper in half. And then using your scissors, I would like you to cut it down the middle so that you have something that looks similar to this. And you can see on both parts of my paper I have written the word half and the fraction half. The fraction for half is 1/2, because when we are focusing on half or a half, we are looking at 2 equal parts. And with your final strip of paper, what I would like you to do is fold it in half and then fold it in half again. And then once you've done that, your strip of paper will have been folded into 4 equal parts. Again, use your scissors to cut up each of those 4 parts. And then afterwards, what you will have are 4 pieces of paper that look similar to this. I would like you to write quarter at the top, and I would like you to write the fraction of a quarter as well. Now, the fraction of a quarter, you will notice the denominator or the number at the bottom of the fraction is a 4. That's because that's how many parts we need to have when we quarter a shape, a quantity of objects, or a number. So this week, we will be making sure that we have 4 equal parts. Now finally, with your strips of paper, what I would like you to do is separate them into your whole, into your halves and into your quarters, and position them just like I have done here. And then what you have created is a fraction chart. Now that fraction chart helps us to understand the equivalent fractions. So fractions that are similar to one another. So I can see 1/2 is the same as 2 quarters. Most importantly, what I can recognise, 2 halves make a whole, and 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters also make a whole. So feel free to explore the fraction chart in your own time, being able to recognise the different amounts, different sizes of fractions. But what I'm going to do now is talk through the second part of the session for you. Now for the second part of the session, what we will be doing is developing our understanding of being able to identify a quarter within a 2D shape. And you will see there are 2 rectangles for you to look at. They have been separated into 4 parts. However, only one of them has been correctly separated into a quarter or into quarters. So have a look, quickly pause the video if you need to. Which shape has been separated or shared into quarters? Is it shape A or is it shape B? So pause the video now. Now I'm hoping what you recognised was shape A has been shared into quarters because each part are equal sizes. They are the same. However, shape B, these 2 parts are smaller than these 2 parts. So altogether the parts are not equal. Now that links to the activity that is available for you on the online resource. You need to be able to recognise which shapes have been quartered or shared into quarters. So good luck, and I will see you again in session number 2.